Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. Today on relationship frequencies, we're going to be looking at the energy between you and a potential partner. So if there's somebody you just sort of met, or maybe even a friend where, you just had them as a friend and now all of a sudden it looks like it might be going somewhere, someone where either you've just met them and it looks like it might go somewhere, or somebody who maybe you didn't consider before, or it was never going to go anywhere, now all of a sudden looks like it does have this potential to go somewhere. We're going to be looking at the energy between you, and I do set the intention that these readings reach those who need them when they need them. So if this reading reached you, it is meant for you. It doesn't mean that the entire reading is for you. It just might be a portion. So maybe part of it is for you to hear and you'll be triggered by that and you'll understand it, and the rest you can just leave behind. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. That's an opportunity, although it was reversed. But let's see. So let's see the energy currently between the two of you. What is the energy currently between the two of you? Oh, that is quite a bit popping out. Throw them back in. Let's try it again. Energy currently between... Oh, there we got one. Okay. Let's do it. I really feel it needs to go this way, huh? Isn't that interesting? It's like, no, gotta go the other way. Let's see. There is one flipped over. We're just gonna go through the deck. I'm sure I saw it, and I'm pretty sure it was a Wheel of Fortune. Is it that deep? Oh, wow. Really? That is not what I thought I saw at all. Okay. Heartbreak. Wow. That's interesting, because I really thought it was the Wheel of Fortune there I saw, but maybe I did. Maybe the Wheel of Fortune flipped back over. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. All right, so we've got the Three of Swords, though. So the energy between you is not good. This is about heartbreak and pain and suffering and grief and being in separation. So it it may be that if this is, say, somebody who you have known for a while, that the energy between you is sort of this heartbreak of like, oh, what could have been, what should have been, what, or like, we were together and I was an idiot and now, we've caused all this heartbreak. But it can also be about just being in separation, that you sort of feel this pain because you're not actually together. So maybe you just met this person while you were traveling and now you have to be separated, and it seems like you've got this such good relationship and you're communicating with each other and you're like, but really, like, this is long distance. I don't ever want to move there. They've made it clear they don't want to move here. Like, I don't know how this will ever work. So I think that's the energy between you right now is like this separation, and how is it ever going to work? And like, this is kind of feeling like it's just going to bring pain, right? It's just going to bring me pain because we're separated. I really like you. I'm gaining more feelings for you. We're talking more. We seem to be so compatible, but yet how are we going to actually get together? Is just going to crash and burn. So let's see how they currently feel about you. Or, yeah, how do they currently feel about you? Okay, okay, this is the High Priestess, baby. Oh, and I usually do not do readings this late in the day, and the sun just comes in my window, but I'm hoping you can see that. So his feelings towards you, the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is about like using your intuition. It can be about mystery, having this wisdom. It's sort of just this like, I would look at it as like the matriarch of the family, right? The person who sort of holds all the knowledge of the family, holds the family together. People go to them. They're sort of like that foundational rock almost, or foundational, I want to go like this, like draw, right? Like that person goes and now the family sort of breaks apart into their own little groups. Whereas as long as the High Priestess is here, standing in the center of the family, that draws everybody to them. And so it can be like having this sacred knowledge, being able to tap into your subconscious. We have, you know, the two pillars on either side, but you can see it's open at the top, and that's because like this endless potential or this connection to the divine, right? It's like having a direct flow from them up to the divine, and from the divine down through them. And you can see the back, like just fruitful garden, like things are blossoming, things are flourishing. And so it's kind of like someone who, they hold the wisdom, they've gone through it, they are balanced, you know, they can use their intuition, they understand other people's points of view. But so the feeling though towards you is very much of like this, and I don't want to say goddess, like it's not, because that's like the empress, and don't want you to be offended by that. But like I see the empress is more of this like goddess type thing, whereas this is more of a like a knowledge, more of it like a knowledge, inner security. You know, empress is more of nurturing. This would be more of like your person who maybe is like, you know, the professional woman, and or male. It can be either way, but like somebody who, you know, is a little bit more in the swords is what I want to say. So like a little bit more into their intellect and using their intellect, but still it's that divine connection, right? So but you using your intellect and connecting to the divine and understanding why things are the way they are around you. And anyways, all that to say that the way they feel about you is that there is this like connection, this intuition, this like, you're a little bit mysterious. They want to, you know, get to know you a little better, understand, but definitely see you as like a, not authority figure, but like, there we go, pedestal. So like somebody they want to put on a pedestal, right? Like somebody who deserves to be put on a pedestal because you're so intelligent and you're so witty and you're so knowledgeable and you're so peaceful and you're so in tune with yourself. You know, it's that kind of feeling like, wow, look at them. Like they've sort of got it all together. And let's see how you feel about that. Sorry. So what are your current feelings towards them? Hopefully, that one took a little tumble. Oh, didn't quite tumble. Okay. Oh. So we've got the reversed moon, and that's not bad at all. The moon can be about illusions, and it can be about your intuition too, but about being uncertain, right? Things aren't fully lit up. You can see, yeah, I think I'm going to go down this way, this path. That's how I kind of explain it, but I don't really know what's going on in this path or what's going on down the end of the tunnel. But when you start flipping it over, that's when you start getting there, right? So this is like you're releasing your fear. So maybe you've had fear in past relationships that somebody wouldn't like you, or fear that it wasn't going to work out, or, you know, fear that your expectations weren't going to be met. So it's about like releasing that fear. It can also be though about, and I do caution you about repressing your emotions. So maybe you're a little bit nervous to say to the other person, hey, I really do like you. So you're just kind of repressing that. You don't want to express that. So make sure you are expressing those type of things. And it can also be, you know, confusion and, insecurities, but it's also about finding the truth and finding the clarity in things and releasing those fears. And so I think that's where you are, is that you're starting to release your fears. So this, if we are going back to like, say, a past friendship, a past relationship that did see some heartbreak in it and some pain in it, that you're now releasing the fear that you're going to fall back into that same spot, or that, you know, this won't be as good as you hope it will be, or fear of I'm not going to be good enough. And you know, and you're like, just break that, break that fear. Of course, you're always good enough. You may not be compatible, right? Start looking at it that way. You may not be compatible, but you'll never know unless you try. And if you don't try, you just be sitting there going, should I have tried? Shouldn't I have tried? I don't know. And if you try, it works out. Well, perfect. And if you try and it doesn't work out, well, now you know, and now you can move on to the next thing instead of sitting over here being like, should I go out with them? Shouldn't I? Should I try this? Shouldn't I? And now you're letting other people pass by who maybe would have been more in tune with you. So it's kind of an interesting reading, but definitely like their feelings towards you are not a problem at all. And although we do have the heartbreak card in between, it is also about having that separation. So it definitely can be that it's just you two are in separation, and that's why there's this heartbreak in between you, is because you're not currently together, because you can't get together or whatever it is, or maybe they desperately want to ask you out, but they're worried you're going to say no because of something that happened in the past, or because of something that happened in their past, right? People get their fears from experiences they've had, and they just sort of expect those experiences to continue again and not have different ones. But really, you're in a phase of unveiling things, of finding the truth, of getting past those illusions, of, expressing yourself, and like, it's kind of like you're in this parting of the seas. That's all I just want to do this. So it's like, like maybe you were closed off before. Maybe that's where this separation is. You were closed off. You're worried about it. And now you're starting to open up. And this person fully is open for you to come. They want you. Okay, let's see a piece of advice for you in this relationship, please. Piece of it. All right. Oh, we got another one. Look at that. All right. So we got, the reverse 2 of Cups. It's interesting because this is a relationship card, but we're reversing it. So this is for advice. And so that when you reverse the 2 of Cups, that's like being imbalanced, or you're being in separation, or having disharmony between you, tension, or broken communication too. So it can be that, there's no current communication. Maybe that's what the separation is. And that's what the heartbreak is that you're not currently in communication. And then the Knight of Cups is the Knight of Shining Armor. Like, this is the Knight of Shining Armor. Like, if you want somebody to come towards you, this is the card to get. And so when I'm looking at both of these cards together, and like the Knight in Shining Armor can be like charm, idealism, romance. This also includes creativity and using your imagination, and like the beauty in life, right? Following your heart. It's not rushing. The Knight of Cups doesn't rush forward. The Knight of Cups takes their time and progresses forward. Okay, they're one of the slower knights. And so really what the advice here is to look at any imbalances in your life, or that you have going on, or the fact that you are in separation, and start moving towards the other person, because this is like a Knight in Shining Armor. So stop sort of being in this separation phase, and start moving towards each other, right? That's what it is. We're moving away. You see the horse is moving towards, the horse is moving towards their side. So the horse is moving towards them. You want to start moving towards them. We're moving away from separation and moving towards them. So like with this card here and this card, I definitely say it doesn't seem to be heartbreak because people are mean or cruel or horrible. There might be heartbreak because we have to be in separation. Could even be something like where you were with them before, and one of you had to leave to go work, if you're in the military, you just say, I have no choice, I gotta go over here. And the other person didn't follow, and this created this separation. And it's like, should we start moving towards each other again, right? Like maybe you separated and you're like, well, that's that. And then now a year, 2 years, 10, 20 years later, you're finding yourselves talking to each other again. And you're like, should we? Shouldn't we? We're still, what's going on? But this is definitely saying you should start making steps towards them. I'm not saying it's going to be the absolute perfect relationship, but it may be what you need. It may be the experience you need. It may be the thing you need to do to step you into the right relationship for whatever reason, right? Something you learn together, learn separately, that then you can both go on and find that perfect relationship. Perfect for you. Perfect for you. No perfect, nothing. But perfect for you. Or the best it can be for you. Okay, let's get a message from this deck, please, about this reading. Oh, there we go. Full moon in Libra. And it says, seek inner and outer harmony as you set intentions. Make decisions aligned with your values. All right, so make sure you are seeking that harmony, right? Make sure you're seeking the balance within yourself, right? It's both like on the outside and the inside, right? Make sure you're emotionally balanced, make sure you're mentally balanced, make sure your finances are even balanced, but make sure that you're seeking that inner and outer harmony as you set your intentions and then make those decisions that do align with your values. So if this whole situation, it's like, well, if we got together, it would totally destroy my values that I have set up. And that's what, well, we shouldn't be doing that, obviously. I don't think that's what's happening here, because I don't think they'd be saying simultaneously move towards this relationship. They have good feelings about you. And then at the same time be like, oh no, what's best for you is to move the other way. So, but make those decisions that align with your values. So if this is one of us or both of us have to move to make this work, and for whatever reason, you're like, well, I won't move to where you are, but I can I'll either stay here or I'll move to this location or this location. Those are the two locations that align with my values. And you might find that the other person all of a sudden is like, oh my gosh, this is exactly where I want to move. I just have never done it because I've never had a reason to. I don't know anyone there. I just haven't taken the leap, or, I've been thinking about it, but haven't done it. And now all of a sudden it's like, well, if we both agree that this is a location we can both agree to, now we're aligning together, right? Now we're moving forward together. So whatever reason it is, and maybe it's you live too far away from my family, or from both of our families even, right? Got to take them in consideration. But, our families live over here, and if I come over here, it's going to be the other way over here. I agree we're not going to live too close to our families, but we got to live a little bit nearer. Whatever it is, and everybody's got their own situations. So hard talking to a general audience to try and get all the scenarios out and even fully understand, right? Because if somebody was standing here, they'd be like, oh, well, yeah, we were together 3 years ago and we broke up and we just started talking last month. And it's like, okay, things are making sense, right? But when it's like, I don't know where you're coming from, it's harder to make those judgment calls. But I hope this reading helped you today, and I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.